How's it going today, ladies and gentlemen? Is that one guy back at it again? It's a chaotic day today, but we're having tons of fun. We're glad to be here. I gotta make sure my players can also hear the music that stream is hearing, so give me uno o momento. I don't want to give you guys... Nope, I want... Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. That one.
Yeah, give us spoilers.
No spoils. No spoilers.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta fix that as well. How do I make this chat bigger? Gotta figure out how to fix that, because you guys, your chat looks like it's like thin and stretched out, like you're being sucked into a black hole.
Well, then stop putting us into the fucking black hole, bitch.
Hey, I am not in charge of this. I am only here.
I like the black hole.
It's
nice and
our
universe into a black hole and go to an alternate dimension.
I think it's because I have the height at 11 something. That can't be it. Height at 11, width is at 600. Oh, that doesn't make any sense. I need to figure out how to fix chat. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, that's for editing. Welcome to Platinum Star City. I am that one guy, your DM, here with our lovely cast and crew, I guess I can call us now. We're figuring it out along the way, but we're here, friends, having fun, going nuts. We are going to have fun with our lovely characters of Valindra, Timothy, Delphi, Una, and Durant, each having a good time. I am not playing Rocket League. Tonight is story time.
Strictly D&D.
Thank you for stopping by, Drew. But it's going to be mainly story thing. Story time. The things are hard to say, and speeches are going nuts right now.
Okay, English is bad.
English is very, very bad. I'm trying so hard. You have no idea.
You're not the only one that's trying.
A few fun key tips that you guys will see in the future. First and foremost, there is a galaxy behind me. I was able to get a green screen and be able to do fun stuff. So, to let you know, like, the players are the ones playing. I am just the face that throws monsters at them and gives them trauma. It's natural. It's fun.
And he cheats.
Until we get so powerful.
Haha.
Until we get so powerful. Nope. Until we get so powerful that we can just one-shot everything.
Also true. But to prove, I now have a dice cam. Oh, so close to a nat 20. That is an 8, though. That is an 8.
That looks like a nat 20 in my eyes.
It's an 8, though. It's whatever upright. It's an 8. It looks like a 20. It's an 8. I have a dice cam. I can show all my pretty dice, like this lovely snow globe dice, which I'll be using a lot more. And the dice that my players hate has a monster eye that follows you wherever you go and kills them. Except for that natural one. That natural one doesn't kill anyone.
That counts.
From whatever about those dice, I'm going to be very upset.
Yeah, there's fun dice I get to roll on stream that you guys get to see. Some shine brighter than others, but I'll be able to have fun and show off my collection of money I have wasted on this game. That's a nat 20. Nice. It's fun. There's like cool obsidians. I like it. But nonetheless, we are going to be getting into today's lovely story. We're going to be doing the recap and having a good time, and to also introduce you guys to the fun times that is Platinum Star City, we're going to go through our intro video again. I have uploaded it to my YouTube video. However, it'll also be playing on stream every time we do an opening before. So I won't give intros. I will just figure out like a weird catchphrase to say and or do turning into the intro video of Platinum Star City. But until then, you get my rants, because that's all I know how to do. Not Durant either, because there's only one of him.
Agadin?
I said Durant. I said Durant.
He finally got it right this time.
It took me a while and 2 cans of Monster Energy drinks, but we got there.
Only this time.
But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into tonight's episode of Platinum Star City. And welcome back. Where we last left off, as our heroes wait for the music to kick back in. I swear I'm professional. I do this all the time, I swear.
I don't.
As our heroes have safely returned to Platinum Star City, Simon thrown in incarceration, others return to their loved ones. Rest and relaxation came to most, knowing that they were safe inside the city. And it was here in the city that more info was needed to be given. As others scattered off, Valindra and Timothy followed Theo and Captain Goldpaw to the main enforcer's headquarters, through his office, and down a long set of stairs that led to an underground chamber which can only be assumed to be under the very castle grounds themselves. Down there, they were introduced to a river of molten gold. Shiny and fluent, alive. For inside that golden lake lied the spirits of the old king, Sifithar Platinum is alive. His old dragon form no longer physical, but his spirits either entrapped or simply lie rested in this molten river of treasure. Info was given to two of our members as Valindra and Timothy learned of the origins of this city. Originally made by performing a deal between Sifithar and the first deal-making Fae in order to stop what can only be described as century-old warfare between ancient dragons. And as Sifithar explained the history, and Captain Goldpaw giving the information, they learned that one deal became two. Two deals became three. Until power to the deal makers took over all of the world that they once called their own. These group of old ones then dominated the world beyond, giving only this safe haven of Platinum Star City to Sifithar and people he deemed his citizens. Upon hearing this news, another revelation, one that has been under suspicions of our party members for a while, but finally confirmed. As Theo Windstriker is revealed to actually be Theo Platinum, the first born and rightful heir to the throne of Platinum Star City. Upon rejecting this path laid before him, refusing whether it be fate or destiny, brought Timothy with him out of this underground chamber. And whether it be sorrow or joy, a question was asked. Love was accepted. As the two of them grew deeper in understanding one another in a night of passion. While Valindra took a step in the direction of protecting the city through the power of Sifithar, gaining an ability directly from the ancient dragon. His authority now goes beyond just simply that of the elven archers, but now has some authority as an enforcer as well. Our members rested and prepared for a possible encounter in the distant future. Or in this case, maybe not so distant. Our players know that they have 3 days. 3 days to spend however they wish. To all the viewers that were here, welcome. Who would like to go first in describing how they spend their first 3 days of peace in Platinum Star City? And by all means, don't all jump at once. Otherwise, I'll have to roll a dice and it'll have to be random. And a dice it is, as no one is responding. Awesome! Okay.
Understood.
I was kind of waiting for you to do the dice.
You're not tricking us into speaking first. I mean, kind of speaking first lets us know that you want to go first.
How is he trying to trick us?
He wasn't trying. I just was straight out.
I think we should have Una do it first now.
I have the dice out. It'll be a dice roll. Rolling a d6. If I roll a 6, I, as the DM, will choose. Otherwise, Timothy 1, Durant 2, Valendra 3, Delphi 4, Una 5, and me, I get to choose and be cruel. Survey says, I'm going to use the monster dice for this. Yeah. 5. That is Una.
Ah.
Okay. Hi, I'm Umbra. I play Una. I'm an Eladrin druid
Yeah.
who's gonna work on poisons.
And working on poisons is definitely a possibility. As you spend your time testing and hearing the vial or whatever remained that Valindra drank, understanding that's the basis of the poison, what does the damage is indeed your own. You want to go deeper and ask the question, how did it become so potent? What did it change? And what is this antidote that they've created as well? It is with this that we get into a more serious tone. How long do you wish to spend on discovering how to unlock the secrets of this poison? Una?
You're muted, girl.
Sorry. Anytime the alien is whenever alien's at work is when she'll be working on it.
All right. As the first day begins, just like normal, Alien makes a quick hearty breakfast, a nice toast with butter. Today will be jam. Gives you a goodbye kiss and heads off for the day. excited to tell the stories of what you were able to share with her on your journey outside. You are alone in your flower shop. I don't
do I have
believe
the
you wish
bell?
to open up.
No, she'll keep it open. She's gotta make money. But she has like a bell on the door,
Okay.
so she can come answer. Like if anyone comes in, she can hear.
All right. Working in the back shops, this was a two-step process. Which would you like to try and decipher first? The magical nature or the medical?
Medical.
Go ahead and make a medicine check.
23.
Very nice. With the 23, you see the basis of the poison is exactly your concoction. The flowers necessary, poison from the plants. And you notice that there is a little extra added. A magical source that amplifies the medical one. Seen as this is not only your creation, you were able to deduce that the medical aspects is the same that you sold them. So nothing needs to be changed there. The source you need to research is whatever magical source they use to amplify. But you understand the medical parts to make your own. The chime bell of your front door rings. A simple customer buying a bouquet. You collect your 75 silver. And then you get back to work. Feel free to make me an Arcana check.
1 second to write down the monies.
Yeah. When you have druid powers, chat, capitalize.
You
Hooray,
said Arcana?
capitalism.
Yep.
I'm using my inspiration.
Oh, right off the rip. All right. For those in chats, if you want to give inspiration to
18.
your fellow players, very nice. The current ones that don't have inspiration will no longer Valindra because you just got them one. Durant and Una are now the only two that don't have inspiration. Rach, if you are still here, if you haven't went to bed already, if you did, that's fine. You gave one to Delphi. No, wait, Timothy.
It was Tamai.
And he already has inspiration, so you can feel free to pass that along if you need to.
I thought I saw Tanguin give inspiration to Umbra.
Oh, Tangy did give Umbra one.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't insane.
Oh. But I already had one then. Does
Well,
that mean
she
I
didn't
now
know.
Oh,
have it
you already
again?
had one. Oh.
I will
She
pass.
didn't know.
I will pass it along, and I will go ahead with that because there's only one left. Rach's goes to Durant. Yes.
Hooray.
Okay. Yay!
Your patrons are watching closely
We
as
gotta
you.
start. We need to start pinning a message with who has inspiration and who doesn't.
We would be
Well, I
constantly
have an
changing that fucking message.
I have an actual paper that I'm using. That's how I keep track. But chat can't keep track unless I tell you. So, my
I've been
bad.
keeping track. I haven't even used mine yet.
Yes.
The only thing I can think of that like might be whatever would be like an image, like something like next to our name, but that would also require changing every time,
Yeah.
which would also be obnoxious, but maybe like less obnoxious than pinning every time. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. We're growing, we're learning, and to be honest, I don't think normal streams do this for D&D groups, but this is fun. And some players do need it. With an 18.
Yes, I do.
I didn't want to come on and say it, but
No, you can say it. It's true. My luck is terrible. The universe hates me.
As with a natural, oh no, with a total of 18 for Arcana, the magic that you see is one of a almost necrotic nature. This, make sure my players don't get spoiled.
You spoiled it.
Never. You see that the ability has a weird aspect. The power given into it is almost an infliction. But you notice there is a weird healing aspect on top of that. These two blends of necrotic and almost not radiant, but clerical.
Question.
Yes.
If I were using my druid magic and thinking about how that might happen, since I have Wither and Bloom, does that help me with figuring out what it is at all?
That helps out quite a bit, as Wither and Bloom almost has a very similar nature. You get the idea with that spell and comparing it to your own. The poison that is there infects the wounds, inflicts upon them a devastating nature, as the clerical energy heals it and then hides it. The body has no choice but to continue processing the poison throughout its whole nervous system, its organs, until the time comes when it explodes and ruptures, dealing an almost inaccessible amount of damage, depending on how much gets intaked into one's body. This is not an easy feat to do, but it is not impossible. You know the components. You have a spell that does similar attributes. You wish to start cooking your own poison concoction.
I want to work on figuring out the antidote before I make it.
Okay. Working backwards, figuring out how to counteract a ability that's not only enters the bloodstream of a person, but heals the wound up after so it can't be extracted. The vial that Valendra had taken, the antidotes that either lessened the damage or kept the damage from continuing, you can only assume. Go ahead and you're now studying. You went from studying the poison. Now you're going to study an antidote. You have 2 checks, medicine and arcana. Which one would you like to do first?
Medicine.
Make your medicine check.
Hold on, let me decide if I want to use my inspiration.
5 fingers on the coin.
I'll use it.
Okay.
God damn it. I got 9.
Oh. Thinking it's as simple as working backwards from your medicine, from the poison to create an antidote for simple poison, which would be easy. But you see that as the spell enhanced it, the medicine on its own changed drastically. You can't find the proper neutralization for the medical aspects.
I'm gonna try Arcana.
This is a process of hours. another chime as time passes. Frustrated of not being able to continue forward, you still put on your customer service face, head to the front, and you see another customer. A lovely male figure, top hat, seems to be of the noble district, cane, looks over to you. Ah, yes, I do believe that this is the establishment, with the Fey flowers, correct?
That's correct.
I wanted to get something fancy for my wife, see, so I'm hoping that you'll be able to get me the most exotic of the flower-esque bouquet you can gather.
Sure. What kind of message are you trying to send to her?
Well, you see, we're going to be coming up on our anniversary, a whopping 3 years, and I thought the city that she once came from was a immaculate one in the Feywild, said to be surrounded and ruled under the Oleander family. I guess they're a group of fairy folk. Quite extravagant, so I'm thinking something more of the flow-escent of colors, the rainbow-esque beauty that represented the old fairy magic. I myself, I've been raised in the city, so I can only hope that you have a more understanding of what that portrays of.
Okay. She'll make him a bouquet.
As you gather a bouquet, giving a different color-esques of pinks and blues, knowing someone from the Oleander family, but also knowing the kingdom of Feywild yourself. The more extravagant colors comes with a more moderate price. As the average cost for this immaculate bouquet, what would you like to sell it for? Your average price was anywhere from 50 silver or so for a massive bouquet like this, but this one is extravagant. This is your shop.
50 silver.
Ah, 50 silver, I see.
No, I said 150.
Ah, yes, 150. That makes sense. So here, and you see him rummage through his coin pouch. A very unneeded, overlesket, bejeweled. Instead of the leather pouch that most commoners use, you see it's a black outlined, almost not medieval, England-esque time era metal clips.
Victorian?
Close to, yes, design-wise. As he clips it open, pulls out some coin, and you see him pull out a gold and 75 silver. Sets it on the table. You helped me out real well there. I hope the missus is gonna love this one. I have a side question, if there's not too much to ask.
Hold on. Can I roll insight on this guy?
Make an insight check. What are you looking for?
Fucking nothing. I rolled a 2. I rolled a 7.
He seems to not know what he's doing. The extra tip seems to be that noblest standard of paying for services. He definitely seems clueless when it comes to the flowers, and is taking your word for it.
Okay.
I've been meaning to ask, do you know of any special... I know you're a florist, but cuisines that, might be, special in the Feywild?
Meat or plant-based?
She does enjoy, certain meats now and then. She's a very lovely beast folk. Wolven nature. But, for my sake, she's been easing up on the, meat eatery. But I still want to treat her out nice, so meat-based will probably be her most delightful option.
Give some recommendations.
You know of a few decent shops, but one easy place would be a very lovely tavern in the woods, if you wish to recommend.
Do nobles frequently go to the woods?
Nobles don't really leave the noble district. They have more high-end food eateries in there, but those like are the $200 for that spoon of flippin' fish eggs, whatever they're called, caviar. It's rich people food. I'm not a rich person. I don't know the pricing. Gordon Ramsay, don't come at me.
That means come out and Gordon Ramsay.
That means
Gordon
do
Ramsay,
not.
come at him.
Do not.
It would be enjoyable to watch.
You would hate everything I cook.
I'm getting so ready to have him just put like bread between your ears and scream out at you.
He wouldn't have to. I would say it.
Oh, that is so funny.
What would you like to recommend?
Una will not recommend the woods. She'll recommend some other restaurant.
Okay. Given the premises of the local areas, you give them a decent variety of options when it comes to Fae-owned bakeries and or eateries. There's a decent amount, as this is the city of Fae, welcomed and safe haven for him. He removes his top hat, and bows gently with his cane in hand. Oh, thank you very much. I will definitely have to bring it to one of those spots. I'll let her decide. She has a keen smell for things. Have a good day, miss.
You too.
As he exits the shop with the ringing of the bell, door closes behind you. Looking out in the open sun, a lot of time has definitely passed.
If I've been working on it for most of the day, I will at this point take a break and just continue trying to figure out the antidote tomorrow. Like, try again tomorrow.
Okay. As you pack away the supplies, putting them in, I assume you're safe?
Yeah.
Making sure that they cannot be taken or hidden. What time would you like to close up your shop?
Normal time.
All right.
Whatever time I usually do.
You'll have a few more hours. As it is getting close to evening time. Another chime at the door. The sounds of multiple footsteps. Giggling and laughing from a young couple, it sounds like. The sounding of coin clasping in someone's hand. You leave your back shop and I assume head to go greet them?
Yep.
I'm telling you, this is the place to go when you need special treatment.
Ew.
Turning the corner, you see two young individuals. A humanoid, eye patch over his left eye, heavy scruff beard, muscular, sword at his side. A second individual.
Do I recognize that guy?
You would not have seen him. Ever. A beast folk. Almost could be mistaken for Furbolg, but is definitely a young bear beast folk. Playing with coins in his hands. You see platinum pieces clatter into each other. And standing there, younger than you've ever seen her, same aesthetics, and that's ever weird parasol she carries.
He has another one?
Apparently so.
Guess I'm gonna have to break that one too.
As she looks over to you, Una. Why, hello, darling. It's been a few days since we last chat. Have any whereabouts of my dear pet?
Haven't the faintest.
I get the feeling you're not exactly lying, but not telling the whole truth.
He wandered off?
Tell me, where exactly is it there to wander past those foggy woods? I haven't heard any news about your guys' expedition. What have you discovered? And don't worry, your information will be paid for. Right, Gazidriel? You see the bear flick a single platinum piece in your direction. Do you catch it or let it clatter to the ground?
I'll catch it, but I'll put it on the counter far from me.
As you
Do I
catch...
recognize that name?
You do not. These two individuals you have never met. Not at the woods, not in person, not in the markets. That is Grizadriel, if you didn't hear, because I don't know if the accent took over.
It here.
As you catch the platinum piece, feels real, feels solid, and you set it on the table and slide it across, moving it away from you. As they seem to be waiting expectantly.
I'll slide it like towards them, and say, it's not much worth knowing, to be honest.
Oh, darling, information is always worth knowing. But we don't know what you know. Coming back, and if my little pet is not with you, I assume he found something of greater importance to move on to. So any small information would be greatly appreciated.
What's a basilisk? No, there's not. We came home.
I would like you to make a deception check.
I'm not lying. There was a
You're
basilisk.
withholding information, which is a form of lying.
I should have saved my inspiration. Okay, deception check.
Yep.
Oh. It's not a nat 1, but it is a 1.
Well, unless it's in combat, natural ones don't hold in skills.
It was not a natural 1, it was just a 1. I rolled a 2 and have a minus 1.
One total. And last second, almost as if a tick of fate. You have an inspiration.
Thank you.
Are you using it?
Yes. 17.
All right. With the natural 7 on their end, plus their modifier, now that I have dropped my inspiration coin and is now lost to the ether, I have 2 more. It's fine. But, nonetheless, she simply looks to you. Very well. This basilisk your fault. Did it come with any secretion? I hear oils from the creatures can help make antidotes from petrification. I'm willing to buy it if you have any spare.
I fear my compatriot has already beaten you to it.
Well, shoot. Which compatriot would that be?
Truthfully, I don't even know if she still has it.
I still have it. If I ever got it.
But yeah, this is a sense of, it's been a day, so by all means, Una wouldn't 100% know, which is enough to keep it where it's not a lie. In which case, she looks to you and with the half grin, I guess I can just ask him or her for myself. You got a name, dear?
Hold on. The player is pausing, the character
Yes.
is not.
Yep. Hit me with whatever question you have. I'll be looking for my coin in the meantime. I found it. It's all the way in the back.
I think she had something to do quickly.
Oh.
No, I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. I got my coin back. Oh.
Stop losing your coins.
I couldn't help it. I was playing with the coins to be an intimidating gangster, and I failed.
You failed that dexterity.
I really did, because as I flipped the coin, I tried to catch it. I hit left palm, right palm, kneecap, and it rolled in the back. I'm like, dang it.
The dexterity and performance, you failed, dude.
Yes.
I don't have a name. I cannot imagine that this person would be thrilled to meet with you after having my own potions used against them.
I gotta make a dexterity check for reach. That's a natural 4. That's accurate. As the Empress of Darkness looks at you, I assume you're saying you don't have a name because you do not wish to give a name.
That's correct.
As much as I would love to press, I understand the necessity to keep certain individuals under wraps. After all, you have been keeping my business under wraps. Those poisons you make, my pet really made some good stuff out of them. So I still want to keep us in good connection terms. With that in mind, I just have one serious question. Is there a threat I should know about?
I want to roll insight to see what kind of threat she was referring to.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
God damn it. Nat 1. 6 total. She has to roll deception.
It's not really deception, but I guess this will be from her end. This will just be a charisma base to see if she can keep a poker face. Natural 11 plus her charisma. She seems to be looking out for either her gang or, in a twisted sense, her city. As she sees it as her city. But the threat she's referring to, you already know that the Dark Woven individual was the one that chased out that sewer hag. So the Empress knows about at least that type of danger. Staring at her now, it's almost as if she's inquiring on ventures that might have partaken.
Okay, so I'm gonna... So my experience is with the wolf and with this lady, and like any knowledge I have about like their gang. Are they like...
What you know is the woven individual buys an abscess amount of poisons.
Has there been any suspicious things that are negative to the city that Una would have heard about that she could not necessarily know for sure, but would consider them having been a part of.
Make a history check.
Don't forget, you now have inspiration because Rachel was able to put it on you again.
I want to double check that. Is that a glitch, or is
No, she gave you a
do I
second one.
have it?
Yeah, she gave you a second one. Yeah, because then she made the comments of I need to make the dexterity check. I got a natural 4. I failed, and then she laughed at me. No, fair. She was on cooldown, and then she was able to send it again.
Okay, because I have gotten 3 inspiration within like
They are trying
first
so
hour.
hard to help you progress the story.
Okay.
I can almost guarantee if it was anyone else doing these checks, they would do the exact same thing.
Okay.
Your Patreons are with you. All 9 of them.
17. I did use my inspiration. I no longer have it. I rolled a
All
17.
right.
Thank you, Rach.
With a 17, years before, even the 100 years that you have been here, before you would sell the poisons, you would hear the average story of a nobleman, assassination attempts, some left in critical conditions, others actually killed. And then when the contact first happened, and the first poison was sold, they were less open kills, more reports of mysterious death, some in political power, others that seemed to be like commoners. First you thought nothing of it, but seen as what the poison has turned into, an assassination attempt with an agent that leaves no wounds, seems to fit the bill.
We need a moderator in chat.
I got it.
I was gonna do it too. Yeah.
Of the nobles that have died suspiciously, how many of them seemed corrupt in a way that Una wouldn't like?
Ooh, and this is true honesty to your character. Would Una care about the political powers in this city?
Less that she cares about the political powers, and more that.
Better yet,
Like, are they like fucking Jeff Bezoing and like wasting money on rocket ships and letting people starve, or?
I'll say you can carry your 17 over only because you have a partner who is quite literally a PI. She has been in the business of looking into political business ever since the reports of some corrupt noblemen trying to abduct some Fae individuals. About a year ago now. The political powers that have disappeared, it doesn't seem to have negatively affected the city. Weirdly enough, without them there, besides worry and confusion of a disease or an illness that might be within the families, the city seems to be running smoothly, even without them. Whether that means that they were corrupt or not is little to not enough information with the 17, but still, if the darkness is responsible for their deaths, they're not doing it to hurt the city, at least.
Una is gonna look at the Queen of Darkness, pull the coin back towards herself,
Empress.
flip it.
But continue.
So yeah, Empress of Darkness. Flip the coin, slam it on the table, look at it, and then look at her and say, "The hag is dead, but there are more."
You see her eyes narrow as the bear folk who was tossing the 2 platinum pieces in his hand stops. The other individual who is looking at different potions slightly turns his head to you. The Empress... Oh my... begins to spin her parasol. They have been busy. Please tell how many are out there that I should know about.
As the player, if I recall correctly, there's 5, right?
There are 5 remaining.
Yeah. There's 5 left.
If you can, dear, we're gonna let you get some rest, continue doing your work. But any information you have on those 5 nasty gremlins, make a small report. I'll have one of my boys come pick it up. After all, we need to keep this city protected. That's something we can agree on, correct?
That's correct.
They're quite handy. In more ways than one.
So I've been told.
If you're ever looking for fun, especially along with your investigative partner, although
Insight check.
she has been a thorn in my side for a while. What are you inciting?
Well, I rolled a 9, so it doesn't matter. How flirty is she being?
Less flirty and more facetious, but also not threatening.
Okay.
As she continues. Despite the fact that your investigator has been trying to uncover my empire for a while, you have been a great service. You should visit one of my casinos. We'll give you guys a royal treatment.
You can always distract her with any information about any weird-ass nobles.
I'll keep that in mind. Knowledge is power, dear. But holding power and knowledge makes you all the more dangerous. She turns around, and as you see the parasol twirling, as the doors open, the chiming of the bell almost distracts you enough just to see the parasol fall, and the Empress is gone. Before the 2 individuals simply stand, you see the humanoid gives just a small nod before turning and leaving, as the bear gives a more, not barbaric, but definitely unnoble bow. He's trying to be more emphatic than he puts off. Muscle head more than sophisticated. Turns the door, picks up the parasol, and they walk off.
Okay.
The rest of the day will go smoothly. Oh, I felt a creak in my neck.
Not allowed.
Yep. I can't, no sick days for me. So...
Get a chiropractor.
Oh!
Not for your neck!
I don't know if y'all heard that, but that was a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Are you all at all...
Thank you, Rage.
Another one. Woo! Holding strong. Give him that inspiration where it is.
Thank you.
The first day will continue without trouble. For the nights and throughout. On the second day, do you wish to do anything different?
now that she's kind of put together that it could possibly have been used with, like, against nobles and stuff, she's gonna maybe at lunchtime, like, go to the library and see if there's any newspapers that discuss it and see if she can get any information from that about, like, how it worked and how an antidote might work.
Okay. No longer dealing with making the poison or understanding it. Simply doing investigative research. Do you wish to take your partner along with you?
We've discussed that Elian knows a little bit, that, like, Una does some stuff, but doesn't necessarily know the specific details.
That is up to you. What you know is above table, charisma-wise, your partner leans more of the chaotic good side. Hearing about poisons being used for assassination attempts wouldn't deter her entirely. You're not the one doing it, but it does. It's that one concern action of you're a supplier. If you did talk about it.
Yeah. Una will explain to her that Valindra got hit by a potion or some kind of poison and she wants to learn how to make the antidote, so she's gonna try and see what she can find out.
Go ahead and make a deception check with advantage. Because obviously your partner trusts you.
15.
With a natural 7 plus your 7 insights is 1 shy. Fully
I feel
uncovered.
bad lying to her.
To be fair, you didn't actually lie, you're just withholding information. With that in mind, as the time comes, information of wanting to find information on political parties that may have been under a weird death. You drag her along to the library?
Yes.
As you head to the library, do some research. You will go ahead and roll for your character. This will be an investigation, and then she will roll her dice, which she actually has advantage on. Cool. That is a natural 3 and a natural 17.
Oh.
Yeah, so what did you get for your investigation?
16.
16. You begin looking into the obvious political assassinations, mysterious deaths, conspiracies. With the 27, Alien points you in a more quieter direction.
27. Jesus, she's smart.
Mm-hmm.
She's an investigator. Investigation is her expertise, as they would say.
Also, I sent you a message.
Oh, let me look. Alright. Alright.
You started this.
I didn't. Okay. Alright. Ideas are floating in my head. Alright. Lock it in. Lock it in. With the 27, she shows you to the more natural causes. Heart attack, stroke, things that can be disguised as a natural death. And as she guides you through the investigative ideas of hidden assassinations, you find that most of the political parties that were involved were along the side of human nobles. Looking back on their either political or even noble responsibilities, their beliefs, their points of views running the city when they were alive. Some were obvious prejudice towards the Fey creatures. Others were subtle. Some had conspiracies of mistreatments or misuse. The patterns that show what you know of the Empress's actions. The painted picture comes to you. If this is, in her mind, the Empress's city, she takes extreme measures to keep her citizens safe. But extreme measures left unchecked can be dangerous if you simply just get on her bad side. For as much as that were the targets of most, you see there are some elven targets. Those that's tried to look and peer into the darkness. And as Alien points this out, one phrase comes to mind. The one that the woven individual told you. Beware of the dwellers in the dark.
Okay. Okay, after that, once she goes to work, like once Elian goes to work, Una will
Continue.
open up a shop again. Yeah, and try and get the antidote.
Alright, for the next day, we're gonna make this 2 rolls. Arcanas and then medicines, back to back. These are our projects, but they'll help you through the day to see if you can make a functioning antidote for future endeavors. Which one would you like to do first?
Arcana.
Make an Arcana check.
You said 2 rolls each?
Yep.
Okay, the first roll for Arcana was a 5.
Mm,
Second roll was an 11.
okay.
For medicine, first roll is a 13. Second roll is a 15.
You understand the medical aspects. You finally figure out a proper neutralization aspect. But now you need to figure out how to counteract that amplification. That is where you're getting stumped. Throughout the day, you will have a few customers come in and out. You will earn the equivalent of about 2 golds, 75 silver for the day. A good haul. But the second day would not finalize learning how to make an antidote.
Okay. On the she will continue on the 3rd day, but on the night of the 3rd day, she wants to go to the casino, ideally with the whole group.
Okay.
Unless people want to go on the second night, and then she'll go on the second night.
All right. As we get to that, we're going to shift over to the 4 individuals. Before I roll a d4, anyone want to volunteer as tribute? If I was in my old ways, I'd saw the cough from Timothy's character and I would pick on you, but I don't think you did that on purpose.
If you want, I'll go.
Okay. Valindra, on the first night back, getting the information, learning about the not dead king. I believe you said you went to bed at 8 and are waking up at midnight, or are you going to bed at midnight and waking up at...
I am going to bed at 8 and waking up at midnight.
Okay. Getting 4 hours of meditative rest. What is necessary? You begin your journey on your first day out.
Is that where my family is residing?
Yes, that is the head science division. As you traverse through the night sky, the fog surrounding the outer layers of the city does not cover the open atmosphere of the starry nights. The full blue moon above, and the other planets that you can see, massive in shape and form, drifting in the, well, outer space. The lights giving even more of a shine to the star that is the city. What do you wish to do early this first day? Quite literally the start of the new day.
Is it midnight on the first day?
It is.
Valindra wishes to go to King Sapphithar to see what his first mission for her is.
You head over to the Enforcers Guild, met at the front by a couple of soldiers patrolling for night shift. You are met with greetings, with the yawn. Oh, Miss Ramirez. Oh, what can we do you for?
I have some business to do with in King.
This
Not
is
King, sorry,
yeah,
not King.
Captain.
Captain, thank you. Captain Prowler's quarters.
He's asleep. Is this urgent? Do we need to go get him?
I wouldn't say urgent, but still necessary.
Necessary. That's enough for us.
If you do not need to wake him, I will go to his office by myself.
You see the two of them, two guards, look at each other, look back at you. The other one speaks up. The female in nature. With all due respect, ma'am, if you're gonna go to his private quarters and his private office, I think it would be better if he was there with you. Don't want
What
to
is
be.
the rank?
Their rank is less than yours. I don't actually know military rank. They're not really grunt soldiers, but at the same time, they're not even close to the status that you hold right now.
Then I will declare there's no reason for you to interrupt his sleep. What I need, he will approve of.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check. I will give you the choice of advantage with the normal DC of suspicious soldiers, or single roll with the low DC using your rank.
I'll take advantage.
Okay.
That is a 20. Sorry, give me a second.
You're
You said
good.
persuasion?
Yep.
Yes, that is a 20.
With the 20, they look to each other and very
30-20.
Yeah, still. They stand at attention. Of course, ma'am. Give a salute, and they seem to let you pass.
I go into his... Not... I guess I go into his office.
Following the pathway that you know of, heading over, you get to where the office resides. Getting to the door is currently locked. Does that stop you?
I push my magic in to the doorway.
This does not unlock the door into his office. Seems a simple key slot hole is present currently.
Do I feel like it has alerted them?
Alerted the guards?
Not the guards.
Ah.
Gold Paul.
Yeah,
himself.
Captain Goldpaul.
Yeah.
The question is, how long do you wait after imbuing magic into the door? Or do you wait at all?
I wait 30 minutes. Oh.
It doesn't take 30. It takes about 10 before you hear the clinking of armor turn the corner, and you see plated up armor, sword not drawn, but hand on hilts, until he sees you.
I apologize for waking you at this hour, Captain. Give me a second so I realize we are alone, right?
You are indeed alone in this hallway.
Let me see where I find that. What he said to allow me to call him by himself. By his first name.
Captain Prowler.
Prowler. Okay, not Goldpaw.
Goldpaw is his last name, yeah.
I apologize for waking you, Captain Prowler.
I just thought that's something.
I wish to know what King Sifithar's...
You wish to speak to the king?
I wish to speak to what he needs, what deeds he needs done that I can accomplish by myself.
Considering that you're here this early, I take it this is a personal journey for you.
Yes.
Very well.
You see him walk over to the door, less on guard now. It's the very epitome of a very intimidating but tired kitty. As he walks up to the door, you see him pull a ring of keys from the side armor. He's like flipping through a few. And then he puts the key in, unlocks the door, holds you back for half a second as he barely creaks it open, lifts his claw through the door hinge, and you see him tap something as you hear a arcane rune dissipate.
I want to make a...
This will be a perception to see what he was disarming.
Yes, exactly. I want to see what he's tapping, basically.
Yep. Make a perception check.
22.
With a 22, you saw as he tapped the interior wall, almost like it was near a light switch. And as the doors open, you see the runes go around the room completely. And as the runes are extinguishing, leaving the markings but no longer holding the arcane power, looking from when he closes the door, from where the runes start to the runes where they're ending, this is a very elaborate spell. Go ahead and make an Arcana check if you wish to try and decipher what type of spell this is.
Understood.
I will say right now, the DC is high.
That is a dirty 20.
You don't know what spell it is, but with a dirty 20, you are grasping a situation of something that has to do with an entrapment. It is meant to keep an individual locked in.
Can I make a roll to see if this is similar to the necklace of imprisonment?
This is not the same.
Okay.
There is major differences, and with that 20 Arcana, the best you can get the idea of is that this room somehow, you don't know how, but somehow is supposed to make as its own jail cell for any unwanted intruders. But nonetheless, as the runes go out, Captain Goldpaw moves to the back of the room behind his desk.
Do you wish to do the honors, or do you just want me to do that?
I couldn't understand anything you just said.
The morning drowsiness. Do you wish to do the honors? Or do you wish for me to do it?
I will do the honors.
You remember he placed his hand under the desk, imbuing magic. You go and do the same. And as the wall behind pushes back and slides away, you see the long staircase that leads below. You descend the stairs, Captain Goldpaw, this time not leading. It was your request, and so he is simply following as an onlooker, yawning every now and then, but trying to keep a straight face. You get to the bottom steps. As you get to the opening of this location, the light that surrounds this molten gold seems to have dimmed since you were last here a few hours ago for you. It's still liquid, still hot. This room definitely will work as a very great sauna. But
I keep myself walking before Theo. Or sorry,
Captain Prowler. Captain Prowler. He's trying to call him by his first name.
Wow.
Yeah. As you stay ahead of him, he simply walks with you, and as you get ready to turn to the same direction that he goes, he turns to you.
Valindra. You need to talk to the orb when he's like this.
He points to the orb in front of a statue.
She turns around. Is that how I communicate with him?
For now, yes. He used a lot of power having to, well, in a non-pleasant way, deal with the beating his son gave him.
Hearing that, Valindra takes a kneel to the gym, asking, "What is the first quest that you want me to do?"
Kneeling in front of this gem, you see as the orb, from its reddish glow, shimmers and becomes a very dim but translucent like light. The red fades and a radiant like beam shines around you like a spotlight, not dealing damage, but you feel a connection.
Quest is not one that must be sought, but instead the protection of our people. Hold power. Keep the city safe. And over time, you will gain the gift I gave.
I understand. I apologize for interrupting your rest, King Sethafar. I just... Oops.
I have not rested for eons. I simply must recover from the damage I took from my own.
Give me a second. Oh. The damage you took from your own?
Captain Goldpaw speaks up again.
There's only a few that can hurt a platinum dragon, even in this form. That is those of either powerful, chaotic magic, or of their own bloodline. King Prince Theoden was quite upset.
Sorry, did you say that Prince Theo was one of the few princes that was...
Essentially what you hear is that radiant beam that Theo fired wasn't simply a warning shot. An equivalence would be a young 20-something decking their 40-year-old father in the face.
Oh. Oh, good God.
He needs to recover. Not life-threatening, because obviously there is no life to threaten, I guess. But you get the idea that he definitely needs to recuperate his abilities.
So, Valindra knows that Theo basically all but threw a right or left hook.
A very powerful right magical hook.
Okay. All right. Understood. She comes out of her kneel and starts walking away.
As you begin to walk away through the lights of this cave, shines just a little bit brighter as you hear in the distance.
Your path is a good one, Olinger Ramirez. But be cautious. Power only takes you so far. It is others that carry you through dark times.
As Sifithar says this, Villinger pauses and looks and turns around to the lava cavern. Are you saying that no matter how powerful one being is, they still need their allies and friendships to aid them to protect this, not this city, but this world?
The fall of the dragons happened because they only looked out for themselves. We relied on our own power. And now, I am the last.
The last old dragon?
You remember what I want to say Matt yeah, you remember what Matt had said when he talked to Theo back in the mountain pass, asking if there were more dragons like him. Hearing how there was a war of dragons before, but Sifithar making a deal. It's not hard to connect that there might not be many dragons left, if any at all.
Your bloodline is the last one that might be left in existence?
As per the deal.
Is that all he says?
That is all he says.
See. I wish there was more of us, more of you then. And she brings up from her kneel and starts walking up the pathway again.
Captain Gopal also gives a bow, turns and begins to walk. Stumbles to us there, recorrects himself. He's still drowsy. You guys head back up to the surface.
There's much I must do to gain power to protect. Do my best to protect the city then. That is just to Captain Prowler.
Indeed. If you ever need help, feel free to ask. Hopefully at a more appropriate time.
I cannot promise that.
You see the lion like yawn, and you hear like the growl of the lion roar mixed in with the exhaustion.
Like I said, I cannot promise that. For an attack, or needing to go to King Sifithar can happen at any time.
To clarify, are you saying attack on King Sifithar, or an attack where you would need to communicate with King Sifithar?
An attack on the Platinum Star City can happen at any time,
Okay.
and that I need to go to King Sifithar at any time. Meaning,
If that time does come, then indeed I will be by your side. As will the knights and enforcers and archers of this Platinum Star City.
and may we reign long.
You see as he nods, you guys ascend the stairs. A few hours have passed. It's still 2 in the morning. As
God.
Captain Goldpaw relocks his door, activates the runes, and he will march his happy little kitty self back into bed.
All right. I will go. Valindra will go to the
Adventurers Guild.
Yes, thank you.
Heading to the Adventurers Guild, as we discussed the short time we were able to talk, you successfully inform the front desk individuals of specific parts of your journey, your accomplishments. Do you present some of the basilisk pieces?
Give me 1 second.
1.
Go.
You said 1 second.
You are not here, Timothy.
This isn't.
He's having another.
This is above board, bitch.
He's having another party in a different area.
Yeah, I am.
That is a nat 20. You are banned.
I don't know if that's how that works.
I'm not banned, buddy.
Okay,
Now,
okay,
let me
okay.
remind you who's a mod.
Hey, let's focus on the end game before I see things flying everywhere. Valindra, do you choose to present any of the items of the basilisk that you slayed with the help of others?
Hello, wakey wakey. I think you should answer for Vale. I don't know what is happening.
Why?
Valisk, are you alive?
Vale, did your microphone die?
Whatever the mic did go out. And
Hey, let's life check.
Is Discord being dumb and stupid?
I think Discord might be dumb and stupid.
Vale, you might want to say something in Twitch chat.
All right.
Oh,
I think his
there they
computer
go.
crashed.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
uh-oh.
Hopefully he'll be back. Until then, until his answer is solidified,
We're moving on.
we're going to move on to the next possible outcome. Timothy, Durant, or Delphi, which one of you would like to go first, or do I roll on a dice?
Roll that dice.
All right. Timothy 1, Durant 2, Delphi 3. If I roll on 4, I'll pick. Yeah. That is a 1.
Is the music being weird for anyone else?
It might be. I have to reset that.
I no longer hear music.
It was
so-
just like full on quiet when you said that.
Now I can hear it.
There you
Also, I don't even remember who what your numbers were.
It's
It was
one, so it's Timothy.
for Timothy, yeah.
Timothy,
Yes.
at the start of your day,
Yes.
waking up next to very
My
sleepy
big-
dragon.
Burly dragon.
Night of passion, love. He is sleeping next to you soundly. Not up early for once. And that's
Jesus
probably one of the
Christ.
things that were yelled out during the night.
Oh, I am so sorry, but I just lost internet.
That was
connection.
great timing, though.
Oh my god.
That's what Theo says when Timothy touches him.
Whoa.
I am so sorry.
Are you sure it's not the
Anime
other way
voice, too.
around?
Oh, shut up.
Good god, I hate that.
Oh, shit. That was amazing timing, though. I will say that.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're
This
good.
was a terrible thing that Discord added. Why did you do this, Discord?
We could go back to Valindra.
Okay. As you collect your thoughts, as Valindra, you are at the Adventurers Guild. Are you either selling any of the Basilisk items?
I will sell. Give me 1 second to see what basilisk items I have. 2 basilisk teeth. 8 basilisk scales. And that is all I have that you said that I collected.
Yes.
Did you not collect the other eye?
I shot the other eye.
You have one
got
eye of a
2
basilisk.
eyes.
Yep. You should have one other eye of the basilisk, and I did forget to tell you, looking back in the footage, you do have a pot of basilisk oil. That one was on me. I forgot about that feature that they actually secrete the oil to cure the petrification.
I will not sell that.
Copy that.
So the 2 teeth and the 7 scales.
Copy that. As you sell the items to them, presenting your slaying of this creature, the head of the Adventurers Guild, Thaden, I believe his name was, once again. When you have notes from sessions prior, you have to
Go scrolling through.
go
it.
scrolling through.
Or, in our case, flipping pages.
I'm flipping drastically. Thaydel.
Old-fashioned
Thaydel, the
scrolling.
Guildmaster Thaydel. As he hears of your achievements, sees the product that you place before the front desk. Though a ceremony of the night is not as extravagant, there's not many Nightcrawler adventurers. There are a few, none that are really standing out. Some are either having a small drink in the corner of the Adventurers Guild, or others are already out in the nights, patrolling and doing what they do best. I really wish I could figure out what's going on with my mic, because it's doing this echo ring thing, and I don't know how to fix it. But
In Discord, where it looks like when you're not talking, it picks up noise.
well, it's my actual mic. It has a slight ringing in the background that I'm hearing, but it usually only happens when it's next to the power brick or outlet. But it's not near it, and so I don't know how to fix it because it's not my AC. I already tested that before. I'm gonna edit that part out. It's 1:47.
Yeah, it sounds. I don't know if it affects us, but it sounds good on our side.
That's good. As you sell these items,
I will also sell half of the shards of jade, the soul crystal jade.
oh,
So that is
okay.
That is, let's see, I have 13, so 6 or 7.
Did you have the shattered one or the complete one?
I had the shattered one.
That's still jade pieces. Selling those and the teeth, the claws. You will be receiving
A gazillion gold.
Sounds good.
27,525 silver pieces. Convert that into any gold or platinum you wish.
Wow.
Holy shit.
You just
So-
robbed the fucking guild house for all it's worth.
They
To be-
have not run into a basilisk, and so these type of equipments, even though you didn't sell the oil, the teeth, the claws, and did you say the armor as well?
So I said 2 of the teeth,
Oh,
half the scales, half the jade soul crystal.
okay, half. Okay.
The other half is going to my grandmother. Come on.
Fair
You know
enough.
me now.
Fair enough. With everything halved, you're looking around 13,200 and 250 silver.
You better share with the class.
Along with the gold paying for the items.
You're not the only one that killed that bitch.
Actually, I'm pretty sure the only ones that killed me, that helped kill the basilisk, were the 4 that fucking went away.
Mm.
Also not wrong.
I'm sorry, I was busy murking the hag.
Yeah, we were dealing with arguably a bigger threat.
The hag and, well, Simon more, because no one really dealt with the hag until after Gazara went down, but watch episode 11 to figure that out.
You.
Your moonbeam did deal damage, and then you stopped dealing with the hag and went to Simon.
We got
No,
distracted.
my moonbeam stayed right there.
Yeah,
My
I was also
moonbeam
on
is a
guild
concentration
mode,
spell. I didn't need to look at her.
Granted, but she left the moonbeam.
Okay, so how
I
much,
thought it killed her.
After she killed Gazara.
Well, you know.
how much gold?
She
Slash
said
silver.
13,000.
It's 13,000, so I believe, if my math is correctly, it's 130 gold. Because you got 2 zeros behind it. And then... So 132 gold and 50 silver. I made this money economics. I'm learning how to use it. Yeah, 100,
Okay.
132 gold and 50 silver in the smaller turn points. If you want to, you can actually do 1 platinum, 30. Nope, 1 platinum.
1 platinum, 30.
32
it should be,
gold.
Yeah, 30.
50 silver. Because 100 gold is 1 platinum.
Yes.
Nope. I'll just stick with the first one he said.
That works too. As that happens, you collect your money, and
What time is it right now? Like 4 in the
Is
morning.
that your time?
it's like 4 in the morning after your travel out of the Noble District to head to the Adventure Guild. So it's 4 in the morning.
Okay. At the Adventure Guild, is there any quests?
There's a few quests on the board.
What are they?
First and foremost, the Guildmaster, after you arrive with this kill, selling the products, congratulates you and promotes you to A rank now. You are an A rank adventurer, which means you have an option to go to the 2nd floor.
Fancy.
There is a quest board up there for that you would know of. I believe it is E to C rank adventurers are on the 1st floor, B to A ranks are on the 2nd floor, and S ranks are on the 3rd floor. You've already been able before, but you know that there are better quests up on the 2nd floor. Harder quests, but well earned. Or you can stick to the simple quests on the 1st floor. your call, Valindra.
What did... So they saw that they turned in some of the basilisk material.
Mm-hmm.
Which got me the A rank.
Yep.
What other A rank quests are there?
Heading to the second floor, checking the A rank quests. You see there is quests revolving around timber wolves on the outskirts of the forest. There are requests for escorts of a shipping vessel out at sea, keeping them safe from sea creatures. And a newly discovered hole/drain in the sewage that leaves below even the sewage underbelly. Those are the 3 current A rank quests up on the second floor.
She goes down to what is on the B rank.
Oh, that's A and B rank quests.
Oh, okay.
E, through,
takes...
D, and C are on the first floor.
She takes the Timberwolves.
Okay.
By herself.
Alright. You head to the front desk after ripping off the tag. Your name gets implemented there as a new sheet of paper comes forward. Each Timberwolf will go for 50 gold pieces brought back dead with supplies.
With supplies? What?
So, killing the Timberwolves, they usually have the same jades that you got from the other constructions. These are
okay.
Timberwolves aren't living creatures. They were constructs. They're basically the same thing that you guys fought inside the mountainside.
Okay. Valindra will take that quest and immediately go out to start attempting to kill them and increase her elven accuracy.
Nice. I need 2 different rolls. First roll is going to be a nature roll. You are going to track them down via tracks, hunting, and everything, because their denizen lies near the fog forest.
Is this in the forest or in the clear lands?
This is in the forest.
Have I been in the forest long enough to try and track them?
You have played around the forest. You haven't really fought Timberwolves by yourself, but considering how you fought them with your group in the mountainside, you know what tracks to look for.
Will you give me advantage on that?
Is your favorite terrain forest?
Yes, it is.
Then yes, you have advantage.
Perfect. Then here comes advantage.
Not 20 and he doesn't even need it.
That is a...
Option C, pick option C, my lord.
what were you, what was I rolling for?
Nature.
Nature. That is a 17.
With the 17, it doesn't take long for you to track the prints, the claw marks, the damage left by one of these creatures, and you are able to find one by itself. This is going to be a straight how the battle goes type ordeal, so we can save time. Go ahead and roll me a d20. I want you to go ahead and add your... I think your dex modifier is your highest stat because you're a hunter with the bow.
Yep.
Go ahead and add your dex modifier. This will say how the battle per se went.
Is this a straight dex or a
straight
modifier?
Dex?
21.
With a 21, the battle is hard fought. Takes a while, but you successfully are able to slay a Timberwolf, collect the products, and Do you choose to head back to the city, or do you stay and hunt a little while longer?
What was the quest that I accepted?
Just hunt the Timberwolf.
I will not be hunting a Timberwolf anymore, but something of a lower class.
You don't remember what's on the quest board, but the average thing to hunt for food or resources for this town in general are wild boar, regular wolves, massive lizards, dangers of creatures of those to the farmland. You can hunt for any of those.
If I remember it being a boar, I will hunt for a boar.
All right. Go ahead and make a nature check.
Oh, fuck. That did not hit my desk. My whatever it was called, my dice thing.
It flew off.
Yep. Ugh. That is a 18.
Very nice. You spend the most of the morning as the sun begins to crest over the mountain pass, giving light to this area. As you find a decent herd of boar in the area, just grazing about. Go ahead and make a d20 roll with your dex.
$22.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me 1d4.
1d4. You know what? Go with the dice that you gifted me.
Get those blue gems out. I can even show Chet what they look like. They look like, this. They're nice, shiny blue. They glisten in the light. They look pretty. They're awesome.
I would say
They are ice.
That is a 3.
You are able to successfully hunt up to 3 boar. Do you have a bag of holding on you?
Yes, I do.
All right. You collect all 3 boar and one by one stuff them in. Is it a backpack of holding or a bag of holding?
Bag of holding.
this is the one with the back.
Sass is the one with the backpack.
Yes.
They are not easy to stuff in the bag of holding, given their size. You can chop them up now and try and stuff them in.
Yes, I will.
It takes time, just like any good hunter. You successfully capture your prey. The sun crests over as it reaches close to the afternoon time. By the time you finish cutting up all 3 boar, pelting, and fitting them in your bag of holding. Would you continue hunting, or would you call it for the day?
I would call it for the day to go sell
Products.
my products.
Absolutely. Heading back to the guild, hours pass. You're getting a little hungry, but a little light dry jerky or your rations help out with that. Unless you want to stop by a nearby restaurant, however you wish.
I will use one of my
Day rations.
yes.
You have your meal, continue on for the city. City streets bustling. Moving across past Una's shop, you see it is open. You see a very intricate individual with a top hat and the cane. Leave with the bouquet of flowers that are very exotic. Beautiful. You continue on forward to the Adventurers Guild, arriving and selling the Timberwolf items. You will get 50 gold for your collections of the reward. And selling the boar, you would get another 10 gold for the per boar. So another 30 gold on top of that.
So 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay. Good God. What time is it right now?
You're getting close to, from the travel there back to the city, and then from the city gates to the Adventurers Guild, you're running up to close to 3 to 4 in the evening.
I will. So I turned in the Timberwolf quest.
Yep.
Is there any other quest out there for outside the city gates?
The C and D rank quests. E rank quest is herbs on the outskirts, protecting farmers from wild animals. D rank is hunting said wild animals purposefully instead of just protecting the farmers. And C ranks is to not just eradicate, but either help out with collecting the monsters, but also scouting some of the forest line where the fog is connecting to the grasslands.
Okay. No, Valencia will go to her grandmother's workshop.
Okay. Heading to the workshop. Time going by. You arrive, say, closer to 5 now, after walking around the castle walls. You get to your house, get to the main halls, get into the laboratory, heading to your grandmother. What do you wish for her to assist you with?
I want. Give me a second to load up that notes page. Come on, computer, don't lag.
Ooh, also, while this is happening, you need to check.
I'm reading now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I am going to Denvison. Did I say that wrong?
No, it's not just that. Reading Delphi's plans for what she's doing for the day. It reminds me of what I would do for the natural day. I'm gonna stay inside. No one bother me. I'm gonna order food. I'm gonna go to my room. That's it. Yep. Sounds like my day off. But who are you going to visit? Sorry, Lindra?
I'm going to visit my grandmother.
Cinevision.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want her or one of her acolytes to start imbuing my armor and my crossbows.
All right. This is your grandmother. I'm gonna go ahead. She has high arcane powers. Those things her way. It's fine, sis. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I literally would do that on my day off, though. Like, even Magical World, if I had magic and everything, yes. Relax in my room, have food delivered, and rest. That's exactly what I would do. Oh! That bounced out. Better! In a very comedic way, as you go and bother first her, not grunts. Grunts is too rude, even though your grandmother probably would call them grunts. The other staff members to help you with your armor. You see a few of them begin to try and help, but doesn't go well, it looks like. And when they're looking curiosity, your grandmother just stomps on over, collects the products, tells them to go work on a puzzle box, and then begins to work on it herself. Ned.
Is this just my armor, or is it also my two crossbows?
Also your crossbows.
Okay.
This so will take her, to complete the armor, to give it the +1 abilities, and your crossbows the +1 abilities. it's gonna take more than a day to build.
Okay, so this was the first day. It'll take the second day to build them.
You'll get them back by the beginning of the third day.
Okay.
Because you're giving both crossbows, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's gonna be, beginning of the third day, you'll get your items and armor back.
Okay. I will spend. You said it was a 5 p.m.
On the first day, yes. At this point, it's gonna be coming 5 to 6 on the first day.
I can't really gamble or anything.
And you just got paid.
You're right, I could, but at the same time, to get down to that district, it would take too much time.
Hey, as someone who's been on a 27-hour bender, fun overrides any time of tiredness. Who cares if you get a point of exhaustion in real life? You're having fun, right?
Funny.
What I tell myself on a day-to-day basis.
Village will go to the Platinum Star Archer range.
Okay, the Archer range in the Enforcers building.
Yes.
All right. You go to
And
the shooting range.
She will start practicing with her longbow.
All right. Spending the rest of your evening doing that, getting some good training in. Other soldiers take from your example. The evening goes.
She does that until 8 p.m. or a little before 8 p.m. so she can get to her room and sleep.
Absolutely. Time flies. Training done. I assume a shower before sleep.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
And
always
then
nice.
Rest. Oh, you're in the Noble District too, so you got that fancy like magic gem that sprinkles hot water shower. Pressurized too. Technologically advanced in noble people. But relaxation. Peace. Especially after the chaoticness that was the past few days. It's welcoming. As you begin to rest up for the second day, we're gonna move on to someone else.
Okay.
Continuing from Timothy.
Yes.
Waking up next to your Dragonborn partner.
Mm-hmm.
He is fast asleep still. As the morning light greets you.
I'm gonna go take a. Timothy is gonna go take a quick shower
Alright.
because Evan knows he needs it, and so will Theo when he's awake.
As you enjoy the nice warm showers of Theo's room, there's a shower in the room. He owns the place, he gets the extra perks.
Yeah.
You complete the shower, head out to the main room, and your lug of a Dragonborn is still asleep.
Gonna let him sleep. I'm going to get Timothy's gonna get dressed, and then he's gonna go downstairs and order some waffles, and then take them back up to the room.
Heading back down, Clara is already helping with some morning breakfast goers. Hey, individuals. You see sitting at the desk the small child that is Momo. It is
Momo.
that time. Okay, I'm really glad I stopped myself.
I'm like, I don't know a kid named Momo.
You've been here for a year, and you do.
Oh, okay.
The one known as Joanne, who is a tiefling.
Oh, that
And
lady.
sometimes she is Quindel, a celestial. It is that time. I want to change the phrasing so bad. the changing of the moons, a new month,
Okay.
where she is now a small child, anywhere between 10 to 11, known as Momo. She has small floating cherub angelic wings, humanoid form and skin, and small tiefling-like horns that start as black bones with red rings that slowly curl around them. As she is simply sitting on one of the tables, drawing. You don't really interact with her much, especially when she's in her other forms. So it's understandable that you forgot her change.
Yeah.
You see Clara and the others are handing her like small French toast sticks, and while she's in this child form, there's a unspoken, I guess, rule that the staff have for her, and that's simply to allow her to be happy.
Okay.
Never really thought about it to this point, but as Clara sees you order the food from Elle, she walks up to you. How's Theo doing? I know you guys all just got back recently, so you might be sleeping in.
He's very much so passed out.
Yeah.
Well, I said that there is like a big hue of just like red crossing Timothy's face.
You see, there's like, it takes only a second before Clara puts two and two together. In that case, you might be sleeping in a little longer.
Probably.
Alright, I guess I'll then keep an eye on Momo.
Okay.
When Theo wakes up, just let her know she would like to see him.
Yeah, of course.
You guys have any
Hopefully
plans for the day?
Probably just eat, and then if he wants to go, maybe I'll take him shopping with me.
To be fair, he does need some new clothes. He always wears the same outfits for the past few years.
Yeah, I can tell.
Alrighty, I'll keep the ship running here. Keep the woods up and going. Staff
Alrighty.
will keep things in line. I will send a message to the others to see if we can get someone to be guard now that Joanne won't be here for a while.
Okay. If you want, we could stay here.
No. Go shopping. It's fine. I just have to keep an eye on Momo. She is a wanderer, and so if we don't keep an eye on her, she will probably wander into some trouble.
Can I do it inside and look over at her?
At Momo?
Yeah. I want to see if she's up to anything right now.
Go ahead and make a, well, perception is to see if she's up to something, and insight is, like, checking on her mood or persona right now.
I'll do perception.
Make a perception check.
Okay. I have a +2, and I got 18.
With an 18, you see as she's drawing on the table, looking around, enjoying her food, breakfast, dipping it in syrup, getting a little messy. Her mentality is that of a child just enjoying a morning of sugary delights, and you see the excitement billowing as others are keeping an eye on her, especially, not Caitlin, not Kiara. Oh, what is the fuck's
The
name?
little I thought it was Katie or Kate
Katie.
or something.
Kaylee.
Kaylee.
All the K names I have written down. As Kaylee is like keeping an eye on her as best she can while also serving other guests and then checking up on her, refilling her drink, and there's extra attention and care being given to this child right now.
Good. I look back, and is my food there?
Elle, after finishing up other orders, comes out with yours, a decent plate of food of whatever you would like for breakfast.
Waffles.
Waffles, syrup on the side or on the pancakes? Or
On
the waffles?
the waffle.
On the waffles. Hands you your food, whatever drinks you like, and you head back up to the room.
We'll do coffee, just because.
Nice.
And then I walk upstairs, back to the room.
Entering inside the room, by golly, he's still asleep.
I want to wake him up, so I'm going to mage hand and stick one of the fingers up his nose.
You like stick it up there, and it like takes a half second of a half trying to snore through the mouth, but unable to before. 5 more minutes.
How about no? I have food and coffee.
You see him like roll, kicks his feet out of bed, and like sits on the side of it, rubs his eyes. Well, I guess it's not too bad if you're here feeding me delicious breakfast.
I hope you don't mind. It's waffles.
I will take it.
Awesome. I walk over, my mage hand still out, and I put the coffee cups on it, and I put some plates on it because it's all less than 10 pounds.
As you go and get the plates together, coffee mugs, you're in human form to carry all this stuff,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
As you're gathering the food, not very stealthily, because he's a drowsy wake-upper, comes up behind you, gives you a hug from behind, looks over your shoulders at the food, smells it all. This looks nice.
It should. Elle made it. I take a fork and I cut a piece off and I feed it to him.
He takes a bite. You see his eyes begin to wake up more. Takes a sip of coffee. And looks at you and heads off to the showers.
Yeah, you stink. Get in there.
But okay. Begins the process. You enjoy your meal and nice warm coffee. You hear the bustling of business going on downstairs. Theo finishes up, dresses, heads out to you in this room, and begins to eat alongside you.
Between bites, I look at him and I tell him, we're going shopping for you. Oh, and me too, but you.
Buying clothes in my size is not an easy thing. You do know that, right?
Oh, well, how about me, Theo? I have to make sure that my clothes are perfect and that can shrink when I shrink.
That we can work on.
And we can work on you too.
All right.
Besides, it's time to get some fashion up in your senses.
You hear the noise of foot patters make its way up the stairs. as Theo gets a questionable look on his face.
I look over at the door. I give him the plates of the food, and I use Mage Hand to open the door.
As you do this in a quick fashion, the door opens, and skidding in view of the door frame is Momo, looking out inside the room.
Good morning.
Theo looks over. Momo, you're back. He stands with the plates and food, and the child giggles, laughs, and runs inside, hops on Theo's leg and gives it a big hug. Very small, even smaller
Than my fairy form? Or is it taller than my fairy form?
only a little taller. It's like a cherub, a small angelic cherub. Not really a baby, but you notice she doesn't speak. She just laughs, giggles, and motions.
Do I hear any giggles, or is it just like also none of that?
You hear giggles,
Okay.
laughter from her. As Theo puts the plates in one hand and then lifts her onto her shoulders with the other. You hear him speak. So, have you learned anything new? You see the child just nod her head up and down, hold her hand forward, and you see magic begin to emit from her hands as she casts dancing lights.
Wow.
That actually is quite impressive. Magic like that is not easy to come by, kid. You're doing great.
You see she smiles, giggles, looks over to you, and with the same smile, her eyes shimmer. And you swear, just with your passive, it's two different eye colors for half a second before they return back to a normal humanoid. Nice baby blue color. She smiles at you, laughs as Theo looks at you.
Timothy has a smile on his face.
Momo, I'm gonna be going out shopping with Timothy here. Will you be good with Clara?
There's a moment where she doesn't really get down, but gets like that questionable niece and nephew pouty like face before nodding.
Thank you. Once we're done, we can have some fun after.
You see her laugh as Theo, being a 6'8" type individual, there's a moment of shock as the child jumps from his tall shoulders. But instead of hitting the ground, the wings grow on her back, letting her glide to the front door that is open and begins to then march and run back down the stairs.
That kid's gonna be the death of me.
Are you sure? I think I might have her beat.
He looks to you, back to the door, and back to you.
We never told you about her, did we?
No, actually. Clara did tell me that that is... Jeez. I think her other name is Joanna, right?
Yeah, it's Joanna, and then on other times she is Quindell.
Yeah, and then I repeat that back to him.
Yeah. She is originally Momo.
That's her original, like, form?
Yes. She's from the Feywild, but
Can
we
I
don't
make a
know her.
history check on that?
Make a history check. What are you trying to recall?
I'm trying to see if I know of any other like fey creatures that have like different types of forms.
Yeah, go ahead.
History. I got a 15.
With the 15, there are many different types of shapeshifter like creatures. Most of them are like either doppelgangers that try and do dumb tricks,
Like
take
what
over a
happened
persona,
last time.
or what happened last time. There are others that transform into different types of were creatures, the werewolf bloodline. That part of the Feywild is very far away from the fairy kingdom, but you know of it. Yeah. You never really heard of someone who changes so drastically from a child to a fully grown, completely different personality tiefling with a short temper, and then at other points transforms into an angelic individual with a soft toned kindness to them. 3 completely different personas. All different shapes and sizes.
I must have not gotten that far in my schooling. Timothy says that out loud and scratches his head.
You see Theo gives a quick sigh, goes to the door, looks out before closing it with you and him in the room.
I'm looking at him with a question, like with the question type look on my face.
She's not a normal child, Timothy.
I kind of figured.
She unknowingly made a deal
With a hag?
No. With an angel and the devil. She didn't know any better. From what we can tell, she was alone in the Feywild and simply wished to have some friends. It was a tough time. From our understandings that Joanna told us, the deal consists of, as long as she has friends, she is willing to be with either or.
What do you mean with either or?
In Joanna's presence, the tiefling version of her, Momo, spends time in the heavenly realm of the Celestials, hanging with her friends. And so, the tiefling runs free. And when Quindel comes forward, the Celestial, Momo is with the demons and devils, doing their bidding. But she smiles, because to her she has friends. understanding, it is moments when she is a child that she finally has a peaceful moment with us. Not needing to do dirty work for the demons. Not needing to be pristine for the Celestials. But to be a child.
Is there any way to get rid of that deal?
We haven't found one yet. This is when, for us, we first learned about the power deal. So all we can do for now is let her be happy.
Timothy walks up to Theo and gives him a hug.
As he embraces you in the hug, he speaks clear.
Sympathy.
Yeah. Timothy looks up at him.
As you know, I am the first prince of the Platinum Star City.
Timothy nods slightly. Yeah.
And as you should know, I'm not simply a dragonborn.
You're part what he is, right?
I am a pureblood. I take this form so I can be with them.
He looks towards the door as he says this.
Timothy follows his gaze.
My father, the fool, made a deal to hold an empire. He made a deal to have an heir. He made a deal so that his lineage lives on. But a deal unspecified can be a curse.
For you, or what I'm guessing to be your brother? Or is it for all of you?
If you wish, I would like for you to make a persuasion check to get him to reveal the truth.
Okay. You said persuasion?
Yes.
I got a dirty 20.
You should know. What happened to my first wife?
And that is where we're going to end today's episode.
That's so not fair.
For those that weren't able to get to Durant, sorry.
Nah, man, that was good.
We'll
Now I
get
want to know
into the story more later on their next session.
2 weeks from now.
Yes, it is. For those in chats, thank you all for following the first few days of no physical threats, some adventures, some knowledge, no physical threats. As we reveal more about not only our players, but as the one prince who curses his bloodline. There will be no after scene, but in the meantime, I hope you'll have a good one. Hit the like and subscribe button, bell notifications. We'll see you in the next video.
See you.
Have a good night.
Chat.